It's time now to welcome the Marquette University School of Dentistry, class of 2022, led by Mr. Caleb Abfall. Just leave a space so I can film.
A window? You want to stand with us? Yeah.
Can you just leave a little window? I have to make a toast to you. Just leave a little window. You go first.
Oh boy.
It's okay. I'll wave.
We got a window. We got a window. It's gonna be impossible. Get here.
It's okay.
No, hop back in. Hop back in here. Hop back in here.
Well, I think it's going to be impossible for them to me not to do that. It's going to be impossible.
I think it's gonna be impossible.
I don't know if the stage handles us.
You're going to have to tell me when everybody's on because I can't see.
I got you. We got 5 people still coming. Oh, maybe they can't fit on the stage. It looks like everybody's standing still.
Are they on the stage?
Yeah, people are taking pictures now too. They're on the floor now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you can't see me, but please stand with me as you are able. Raise your glass as we toast the newest doctors joining the dental profession. Here's to the Marquette University School of Dentistry, class of 2022. Once again, please join me in applauding our graduates, the class of 2022. And I would ask the members of the class to please be seated. All right, so you guys can start going.
Going down the table.
So move off to the right. Yes. Okay, I would ask the class to please be seated.
that sweet hat. Well, we look like Lord Farquaad. Yours looks good. Yours looks dumb.
I don't
Is
know.
it your own?
I bought, yeah, it's mine. It's like everything's. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated so we continue with the program. Graduates, please be seated. Thank you for your attention, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Okay, well, if this is any representation of the way the rest of the program is going to go, I think we're going to have a lot of fun. Okay. Before we begin our celebration today, I have a few housekeeping items. I would ask those of you with cell phones or pagers to please turn them off or to set them on silent mode. I would also like you to keep the area around your tables and all aisles clear so the wait staff can do their jobs safely and efficiently. Thank you for your assistance in this regard. Good afternoon. My name is Lisa Koenig. I'm the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs in the School of Dentistry. This has been an unprecedented time in our school's history, and we are grateful to gather today to honor and recognize the class of 2022. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this graduation and hooding ceremony. I would also like to welcome those of you who are joining us online today. Please allow me to introduce the faculty participants in today's ceremony. Please stand as I read your name. Dr. Conrad Nen, Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs. Dr. Brian Hodgson. Dr. Hodgson will be performing the military promotion oath. Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steinert. Drs. Janasek and Steinert were selected by the class of 2022 to invest them with their doctoral hoods. The student participants in today's ceremony were also selected by their classmates. At this time, I would like to make you aware that there has been a change in our programming today. Unfortunately, Dr. Lobb has tested positive and is at home quarantining. He's joining us today online and sends his regrets and best wishes. Dr. Conrad Ned has graciously agreed to step in for Dr. Lobb. Thank you, Dr. Nen. We will now have the welcome from the class of 2022 delivered by Mr. Matthew Mueller. Mr. Mueller.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony of the Marquette University School of Dentistry class of 2022. My name is Matthew Mueller, and it has been my privilege and honor to serve the Baby Blues as their vice president for the past 3 years, and more importantly, to guide them through the last phase of their time here as their Mr. Moeller. When I first came to Marquette and started dental school, I thought I would be learning how to fill a cavity or what drugs to prescribe or the effects of citrus on children's teeth. I certainly learned those things, but I come away from my experience with an understanding of what made my time here bearable and at times special. I learned that the only way to survive the rigors of the dental school curriculum was to find a group of people or person to share the load. It is a special type of friendship that is formed here, one forged quickly by the fire of 27 credit hour schedules, the terror of doing your first dental cleaning, or nearly choking your brand new classmate to death while learning how to do an impression of their teeth. Some of us knew each other before school, some did not. Some found roommates, best friends, gym buddies, clinic partners, and even future spouses. But we all found our own unique way through and found ourselves dressed in robes and funny hats, being handed an empty diploma cover, happy and terrified to be out in that wonderland we whisper about in the clinics, the real world. Graduates, how many times have you heard, and parents and faculty, how many times have you said the phrase, "These 4 years will fly by"? My guess is more than once. Hindsight is 20/20, and it also tends to add a ruby tint. On one hand, these 4 years did not fly by. Each day was a challenge, each passing semester hard-earned. But on the other hand, weren't we just meeting each other last week? Aren't our scrubs still crisp and unstained, our hair a little fuller, and our futures uncertain? Wasn't it yesterday we started lectures and felt cool carrying around a human skull? I'm starting to think this might be what everyone meant when they said these 4 years will fly by. 4 years have passed, and not so suddenly, our necks are a lot more sore, and our wallets are a lot thinner. The old-timers say dental school was the best 4 years they would never want to repeat. I guess I'm one of the old-timers now because I couldn't agree more. But these were 4 years I am proud and honored to have survived with you all. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Mueller. We have a full program planned for you today. For those of you joining us via the internet, we will be going offline while we eat. We will be back online at approximately 1 p.m. Before we begin our meal, I would like to call upon Father John Lawrence, Society of Jesus, to give the invocation. Father Lawrence.
Thank you, Dr. Koenig, and congratulations, graduates. I'd like to make this prayer in your name, graduates, if I could. God of us all, we gather as a class to give you thanks one more time. We are grateful for all the knowledge and skills attained, the dreams achieved, the friendships made, especially those seated near us today. Loving God in and through our teachers, families, and friends, we have known your faithful and life-giving presence before and throughout our years of study. And so we ask you to bless and cherish them always. Be their reward, both in this world and in the next. And bless all those too whom we will serve as dentists in the years to come. Bless the food before us, our friends beside us, and the love among us. We make this prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen. Thank you. Bon appetit.
Thank you, Father Lawrence. Please enjoy your lunch, everyone. As I mentioned previously, Dr. Lobb is unable to attend today. It is my pleasure, however, to provide you with Dean Lobb's address to our graduates. We stand here today to send our most recent graduates, the class of 2022, into the ranks of the dental profession. I am sorry I am unable to be with you today to celebrate this occasion. It is noteworthy that within this class is the 10,000th dental graduate from Marquette University School of Dentistry. That's over its 128-year history. So that's a wonderful distinction for the class of 2022. You have had 4 years of focused and intense education and training to prepare you for your future career as a dentist. Some of you will go on to postgraduate training programs to become specialists or to augment your education further in general dentistry. Some will work as providers in private practices, public health clinics, or within dental support organizations. Some may join the military service, others may strike out on their own in practice, and some may join family members already in practice. As you move onward, wherever your career path may take you, I would encourage each of you to remind yourself regularly of the commitment you will make as a dental professional when you recite the Dentist Pledge later today. This pledge should be a constant reminder of your obligation as a dental professional. The words embodied in that pledge should serve as your compass throughout the remainder of your professional career and as an oral health care provider. Now, a few final words to our graduates. Take pride in your accomplishments. This graduation event certainly represents an important milestone in the wonderful journey you began 4 years ago. Recall those first few days of orientation, where the class came together as individuals and slowly grew together as a unified group as you completed your work together, culminating in the convocation we now celebrate today. You have reached both an endpoint and a beginning point in your lives. Please keep in mind that your journey as you strive to be the best dentist possible will never be complete. Do not forget to stop and reflect on your accomplishments, but always remember to consider your exciting potential. Commit yourselves to making our profession better. Be responsible for the advancement of this profession of dentistry through your ethical practice of dentistry, always keeping the needs of the patient at the forefront. Be a lifelong learner. You have acquired basic skill sets and knowledge, which must be continually built upon if you are to be successful and continue to provide the best possible care to your patients. We are placing the future of the profession of dentistry in your hands, with a challenge to make it better. Do not let us down. Finally, remember that you are providers of healthcare services. You have an obligation to society to render care in alleviating pain and suffering and in maintaining the oral health of your patients. As a dentist, you also have an obligation to provide services to those who are unable to readily access care. The underserved must become a part of your practice. Readily give of yourselves to this cause, because you will be rewarded in many intangible ways and do much to strengthen the dental profession. On behalf of Marquette University, the School of Dentistry, the faculty, staff, students, and administration, we wish the class of 2022 all of God's blessings and success in their chosen profession. Be proud of your accomplishments. I wish each one of you a healthy and prosperous career. I hope your entry into whatever professional pathway you have chosen is satisfying and rewarding. And finally, may you always cherish your association with each other as classmates and with Marquette University School of Dentistry as your alma mater. Good luck and best wishes, class of 2022. Please join me in thanking Dr. Lau. We will now have the military promotions ceremony. We must not forget the important role men and women play who serve this country in the various branches of the military service, particularly during times of conflict. It is important to acknowledge and respect the work and sacrifices these individuals make on our behalf. We are proud to have two of our graduates being promoted today. As I call your name, please come to the stage. Akshat Desai is being promoted from lieutenant to captain in the U.S. Army. Shannon Nicole Taylor is being promoted from ensign to lieutenant in the U.S. Navy. At this time, I would like to call on Dr. Brian Hodgson, Captain in the Dental Corps, United States Navy, retired, and Professor of Pediatric Dentistry at the School of Dentistry, who will administer the oath. I would ask Dr. Hodgson and our graduates who are being promoted to please stay on the stage for the singing of the national anthem following the administration of the oath.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Shannon Taylor,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support and defend
to support and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office on which
of the office on which
I am about to enter.
I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I would now like to call on Miss Amanda Waddle and Miss Bailey Wagner to lead us in the singing of our national anthem. Please stand as you are able.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say
Thank you, Miss Waddle and Miss Wagner, for that wonderful rendition. Please be seated, everyone. We will now begin the investiture ceremony and distribution of diplomas. The hooding ceremony is an ancient one, and since the 14th century, when the University of Coimbra mandated by statute that doctors and licentiates wear gowns, academic attire has followed certain customs. The gown for the doctoral degree is black, has bell-shaped sleeves, and may be worn open or closed. The front of the gown is trimmed with a velvet facing, and the sleeves have 3 stripes of the same color. The hood is black, 4 feet in length, and has panels on both sides. The hood is lined with the official colors of the university. So graduates of Marquette University have hoods trimmed in blue and gold. The panels are velvet, 5 inches wide, and are black in color, similar to that seen on the hooders' gowns. The color lilac signifies the profession of dentistry. Tradition says that graduates can only receive their doctoral hoods from someone already vested with the same degree. Today, as previously mentioned, this honor falls to Drs. Janasek and Steinert, or a trusted family member or mentor. The reception of the doctoral hood signifies that one has been accepted to full participation within the profession. When I pronounce you graduates of Marquette University, you may officially take the title of doctor and use it in front of your name. Would Drs. Janasek and Steinert please come forward? Dr. Nen, will you also please take your place? Would Ms. Gleason, Ms. Martinez, Ms. Hawawas, Ms. Weeder, Ms. Leonardo, and Mr. Trechek please assist the students? The names of the graduates will be read alphabetically and are listed in your program. To those of you in the audience who wish to take photographs, you are invited to come forward and do so immediately prior to your graduate's name being called. The center aisle has been kept open to accommodate that activity. However, once you have taken your photographs, please return to your seats so others may have the same opportunity. Thank you for your cooperation in that regard. Graduates, as I call your name, please come up the steps to my left to receive your hood and diploma. Please stay on stage for your photographs. Graduates and hooders, please queue up at the direction of Miss Gleason. Since this is a celebration, spontaneous outbursts of approval are both highly appropriate and strongly encouraged. Caleb Abfall will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steinert. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask that you please hold your conversation while we're doing, this is a rather serious but pleasant ceremony. Thank you. Thank you, Caleb. Ahmed El-Salami will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Thomas Smithy. Anya Nicole Amundsen will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Thomas Smithy. Gabriella R. Andre will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steinert. Matthew Mingyoung Ong will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steinert. Annalise Lynn Avers will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Rizwan Ali Bader will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Brett Scott Barton will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Ellen Peltz. Hannah Ben El-Hashemi will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Jeffrey Janasek. Aisha Bat will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Thomas Smithy. Matthew Boker will be hooded by his father, Dr. John Boker, and his mother, Dr. Dory Gardner. Rachel Marissa Bone will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Jeffrey Janasek. Alexis Irene Brady will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Jeffrey Janasek. Chandler M. Brennan will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steinert. Amanda Mae Brown will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steinert. Giovanna Campbell will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasic and Dr. Peter Steiner.
Go Dr. Tito!
Jacob Adam Casero will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasic and Dr. Peter Steiner. Anna Marie Francis Ciancio will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasic and Dr. Peter Steiner. Sarah M. Connell will be hooded by her father, Dr. Patrick Connell. Kyle J. Kuhn will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasic and Dr. Peter Steiner. Brandon Lee Coppersmith will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasic and Dr. Peter Steiner. Congratulations. Christopher W. Coulter will be headed by his father, Dr. Brian Coulter. Austin Andrew Zarnicki will be hooded by his sister, Dr. Paige Wells, and brother-in-law, Dr. Cole Wells. Mackenzie Diedrich will be hooded by his father, Dr. Douglas Diedrich. Akshat Desai will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Hien Tai Dong will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Rose Pham. Melissa Sarah Drab will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Stephanie Irene Drake will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner.
Good job, Dr. Turk. Look here. Yes, sir.
Daniela Ruth Eglash will be hooded by her mother, Dr. Rachel Eglash. Lauren Nicole Escos will be hooded by her father, Dr. Norman Escos. Michael Patrick Feeney will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Kimberly Michelle Moreno Flores Wilson will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Anthony Javier Garcia will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Alexis Lorana Gibbon Kutsios will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Thomas Smithy. Thomas James Gorski Needless to say, he was hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Adam James Gottschalk will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Jacob Wilhelm Hagmeyer will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Abdul Kareem Mohammed Nazir Harunani is being hooded by his father, Dr. Mohammed Harunani, his sister, Dr. Shazeen Pardesi, and his uncle, Dr. Dawood Harunani. Crystal Jung-An Wang will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Jisoo Hong will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Tyler Anton Hune will be hooded by his father, Dr. Doug Hune, and grandfather, Dr. Cleet Hune. Zachary Scott Heibrecht will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Peter Steiner. Zachary Michael Jacobs will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. George Edward Johnson will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Glenn Hikiliana.
You're a kid. Nice try.
Parker Hindley Johnson will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Alexandria Irene Jones will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Thomas Smithy. Emily Megan Kabitsky will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Kimberly Vonda Kaiser will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Christopher Dick. Carly Jo Kirkpatrick will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Timothy Michael Knoll will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Jennifer Kitson. Eleni Evstathia Langas will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Jamasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Mary Joan Lovell will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Thomas Smithy. Caroline Marie Lynch will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Jamasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Joseph Thomas Macheski will be hooded by his great uncle and mentor, Dr. Jack Pry. Hannah Lee Marquette will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Jamasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Tana S. Menard will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Thomas Smithy. Brett Mitchell Miller will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Jeffrey Janicek. Jacqueline J. Moon will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Timothy Pettis. Matthew Joseph Newell will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Thomas Smithy. Matthew Charles Mueller will be hooded by his father, Dr. Charles Mueller. Camila Alejandra Negron Garcia will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Jeffrey Janicek. Danielle V. Nen Quing Nyem will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Samuel Dove. Lado Khan Nguyen will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Peter Starner. Olivia Nee An Nguyen will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Jamasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Troy Oliver Olson will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Jamasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Ebu Sharon Ozekwe will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Christopher Okanseri. Soren Joseph Papi will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Glenn Hikiliana. Shante M. Parker will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janisek and Dr. Peter Steiner. John Chu Peters will be hooded by his father, Dr. Michael Peters, mother, Dr. Van Arn Peters, and grandfather, Dr. John Peters. Jacob Edward Postula will be hooded by his grandfather, Franklin Jaffet. Gabriella C. Pong will be hooded by Dr. Jeff Janicek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Marjorie Rozolski will be hooded by her father, Dr. Jan Rozolski. Maxwell David Reisner will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janicek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Nicole Therese Wright. Claire Rota will be hooded by Dr. Jackie Janicek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Michaela Margaret Sabanash will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Colin Train. Jeffrey Christopher Shootman will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janicek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Lucas Jerry Schwartz will be hooded by his mentor, Dr. Dennis Avery. Maureen Naeem Badia Saror will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Dennis Avery. Chetandeep Singh will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janicek. Austin James Smith will be hooded by his father, Dr. Tim Smith. Lane Jesse Solstice Steinhaus will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janicek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Shannon Nicole Taylor will be hooded by her mentors and soon-to-be in-laws, Dr. William Townsend, Dr. Patrick Townsend, and Dr. Colin Willing. Josephine Tokara will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Chester Avery Stafford. Alexandra Maria Tomasino Perez will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janicek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Nikita George Tongas will be hooded by his father, Dr. Athanasios Tongas. Brother Dr. Patrick Townsend and brother-in-law Dr. Colin Willing. Marion Tunio will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janicek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Austin Charles Tweed will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janicek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Zoe Lee Vinicos will be hooded by her mother, Dr. Rose Bakos. Teresa Kim Vu will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Dennis Avery.
That's a lot of cords. Do something crazy. Do a backflip. Bring the camera up, Joe. Work it. Hard, 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 hard. Work it, hard. Work it. Yeah, Reese.
Nichelle Malia Wada will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Amanda Lee Waddle will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Bailey Madeline Wagner will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. Alex David Wadig will be hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Janasek and Dr. Peter Steiner. David Tran Words will be hooded by his mother, Dr. Kim Sen Tran Words, and father, Dr. Michael Words. Jessica Tran Words will be hooded by her mother, Dr. Kim San Tran Words, and father, Dr. Michael Words. Emily Rose Zoll will be hooded by her father, Dr. Eric all. Madeline Ray Zastro will be hooded by her mentor, Dr. Anna Getz. Thank you to Dr. Nen, Dr. Steinert, and Dr. Janissa. As Dr. Lobb noted in his remarks, the class of 2022 represents over 10,000 graduates from the School of Dentistry. That's an incredible accomplishment. So let me be among the first to congratulate you all on a job well done. Thank you. And now, it is my privilege and honor to stand in for President Lovell this year to confer the degree and title for which you are eligible. With this scroll, I present the names of all qualified candidates for the degree Doctor of Dental Surgery. Would the class of 2022 please rise? I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Dental Surgery with all rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations and best wishes. Graduates, please remain standing. I would now like to ask Dr. Lauren Escos to come to the podium to lead the graduates in the Dentist Pledge. Please remain standing after Dr. Escos leads you in the pledge. Dr. Escos.
Please repeat after me, but in the first line when I say my name, make sure to say your own name. Everyone, please raise your right hand. I, Lauren Escos, as a member of the dental profession, shall keep this pledge and these stipulations. I understand and accept that my primary responsibility is to my patients and I shall dedicate myself to render to the best of my ability the highest standard of oral health care and to maintain a relationship of respect and confidence. Therefore, let all come to me safe in the knowledge that their total health and well-being are my first considerations. I shall accept the responsibility that, as a professional, my competence rests on continuing the attainment of knowledge and skill in the arts and sciences of dentistry. I acknowledge my obligation to support and sustain the honor and integrity of the profession and to conduct myself in all endeavors such that I shall merit the respect of my patients, colleagues, and my community. I further commit myself to the betterment of my community for the benefit of all of society. I shall faithfully observe the principles of ethics and code of professional conduct set forth by the profession. All this I pledge with pride in my commitment to the profession and the public it serves. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Escos. I would now like to ask Reverend John Lawrence of the Society of Jesus to give a class blessing. Father Lawrence.
As the graduates remain seated, I would like to invite the family and friends to join me in this blessing by standing and extending your hand of blessing over them. Dearest Lord, on this landmark day in their lives, we thank you for the 2022 graduates of Marquette's School of Dentistry. Be their rock and fortress, Lord, keeping them true to the pledge they have just taken. They work very hard to achieve this goal. May any anxieties and failures they may have suffered along the way make them only even more compassionate and understanding of those they will serve in the years to come. We bless you for the faculty, staff, and administrators who instructed, inspired, and aided them during their years of study, and their families and friends who loved and supported them in bringing about this marvelous day. Lord, confirm and bless richly our graduates in their vocation as dentists. May all their future labors redound to your glory and praise. In the words of the psalmist, prosper the work of their hands, O Lord, prosper the work of their hands. We ask all this, O God, lover of humankind, who live and reign forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Father Lawrence. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Claire Rhoda, Class of 2022 President, to come forward to give the class address. Dr. Rhoda.
Good afternoon, doctors, family, and friends. I am honored to be standing here today to address my graduating class and everyone in attendance as we celebrate this exciting achievement. I want to start by thanking you for trusting me to be your class president. It has been an absolute privilege to guide you and learn from you through the good times and the more challenging times of dental school. My fellow doctors, we started D1 year full of energy to use our handpieces for the first time as we learned to drill ideal preparations in pres-res, to wax the most anatomically correct teeth in dental anatomy, and to vow to never explore the wrong tooth on Perio Fridays. We spent countless hours learning the anatomy of the head and neck, carrying our plastic skulls with us everywhere we went. During our first 2 years, we used multiple dentiforms to learn how to be the best providers to our first patients in the simulation lab. From fillings to root canals, crowns, implants, and dentures, we have spent thousands of hours and dollars fine-tuning our skills. While we learned the fundamentals of how to practice the art of dentistry, I believe our time spent at Marquette University School of Dentistry has taught us much more. I will share with you 3 important skills we have obtained in dental school along with our clinical skills. First, we have learned how to be a part of a great team by creating true friendships. The ones you can rely on, where your friends were willing to sit through a 3-hour-long comprehensive exam with you so you didn't have to worry about navigating all of the axiom forms alone for the first time. Or the ones you can rely on when you realize that you didn't have a removable partial denture, but your friend quickly found you one so you could still graduate on time. Take a moment to look around at your fellow peers and remember all the times that they have been there for you. Whether it was as simple as saving you a seat for lecture, grabbing you a white coat before your appointments, or assisting you in clinic with a patient, we have learned that working together, we are unstoppable. While our dental school careers come to an end tonight, I hope this companionship and support for one another can continue with future involvement in organized dentistry to further our profession. Second, we learned the art of adaptation as we continue to navigate through the challenges of a pandemic together. The specific characteristics of dental care, such as aerosol generation, as well as proximity to patients, make dentistry a high-risk career during this pandemic. While COVID-19 brought us unprecedented times and challenges, our administrators and faculty taught us perseverance and the importance of adapting as they quickly adjusted and found ways to continue our learning both outside and inside the walls of the dental school. For that, we thank you, as we could not be where we are today without your passion for teaching and adaptability to changing times. I would also like to thank you, the parents, spouses, family, and friends, for your never-ending support during these past 4 years. Finally, and most importantly, we learned to never stop learning. As said by the father of dentistry in America, G.V. Black, the professional person has no right to be other than a continuous student. Doctors, we have selected a career that demands us to stay up to date with guidelines, materials, and technology. Dentistry is a constantly evolving field that requires collaboration, adaptation, and continuous learning. I hope that your time here at Marquette has inspired you to never stop learning the practice of dentistry and to be the best provider that our patients deserve. To conclude, I congratulate you, class of 2022. We made it. As we continue our lifetime of learning dentistry, I hope we begin each day with as much excitement as our first day of dental school. I hope we continue to create meaningful relationships with our colleagues and patients and persevere through challenging times. Congratulations and good luck, doctors. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rota. We will now be taking a small break for the class picture. When we return, Dr. Zanaki Antonio will be introducing the class of 2022 video presentation. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Austin Zanaki and Dr. Mary Antonio to come forward to introduce the presentation from the class of 2022. Before we have the presentation, you might want to adjust your seats so you can see the screen. Thank you.
We love you.
Hello, everyone. So over the last few weeks, Austin and I have gotten around 1,500 submissions for photos, videos, and such.
Pose for the photo. We just want to say thank you, everyone, for submitting these photos. We made a small video for you guys just to relive the memories. And as Fall Out Boy said, thanks for the memories, doctors.
Woo!
Enjoy.
Well, thank you, class of 2022, for those great memories. And thank you to Dr. Zarnacki and Ms. Tunio, Dr. Tunio, for the introductions. At this time, I would now like to invite Dr. John Peters to the stage to give our closing remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for celebrating with us today for the class of 2022. I'm disappointed to say that I'm not Dwayne Wade like you were expecting for the commencement. I'm actually Jack Peters, former student, current dentist as of about 45 minutes ago. And I wanted to wrap up our graduation with some closing remarks. First and foremost, I would like to thank the faculty and staff at Marquette University School of Dentistry for giving my classmates and I the opportunity and ability to achieve our dream. We appreciate the knowledge, assistance, and guidance that you've given us for the past 4 years, and we hope to build on those foundations that you've helped start for us. Looking back at the little we knew when D1 year started, it's a very humbling reminder from the beginning. Next, I would like to say thank you to our family and friends, the ones who are with us today here, and the ones that missed the cut and are tuning in on the live stream. The people surrounding us are the ones who we can thank for our hard work ethic and the determination to finish school. They're our support system and backbone, the ones who do our laundry and have those home-cooked meals ready during those precious holiday breaks, and the ones that believe in you no matter what you got on your Crown and Bridge practical. Big thanks to you guys and all that you do for us. Finally, I'd like to thank my classmates for some of the most memorable years of my life thus far. I had a lot of fun as our social chair, getting our class together outside of the classroom. This past week has been a blast, nostalgic, but it went by a little too fast. Now we're already here and adding a couple extra letters to our name. My parents always really look forward to the Chicago midwinter meetings in the conference and their dental school reunions to hang out with their old classmates. I can really appreciate why now. I'm already looking forward to the next time that we're all going to be back together again. It's been a pleasure getting to know all of you, and I can't wait for that next time. There was a quote by Thomas Edison that Dr. Longo had in one of his Pres-Res PowerPoints D1 year that really stuck out to me, and I think it's pretty relevant today. Vision without execution is hallucination. I don't think we're hallucinating. We did this, and it's something to be proud of. And for that, I would like to call for a round of applause for the world's newest dentists, my colleagues, the class of 2022.
Thank you, Dr. Peters. As we close our program today, I have a few brief housekeeping announcements. I would like to remind all graduates and hooders to return their academic apparel at the end of the program. Containers are located outside of the ballroom to collect your apparel. Tams and tassels may be kept as mementos. OKU sashes should be returned to Ms. Tara Widor. There will be people at the back of the room to assist you. Before we conclude, I would like to draw your attention to the back of the program to recognize the many people who contributed their time and talents to make this event a success. Please give those people a round of applause. However, there is one name that is missing from this list, and without this person, this event certainly would not be so successful. This person has worked tirelessly for the university, and her attention to detail is beyond reproach. And just by happenstance, we are retiring at the same time. So this is bittersweet for us. I'm going to get verklempt. For us, as it is our last graduation. But please join me in recognizing an amazing person who has done so much to make this event just the wonderful event that it was today. The Director of Faculty and Administrative Services, Miss Susan Del Sasso. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Marquette University School of Dentistry, I would like to thank you for honoring our graduates this afternoon. I would also like to thank all of those family and friends that were not able to join us in person, but joined us online today. We are now at the conclusion of our ceremony. It has been a great pleasure to moderate this graduation ceremony, and I would like to thank all of you for your attendance and wish you a very good rest of your day.